In this video, we're going to walk through the user dashboard, also known as my dashboard, here inside of Monolith. So this is the page when you first open Monolith that you're most likely going to end up on. But if you need to navigate to this page, you can get there by coming into the left-hand sidebar and clicking on the Overview tab. Since we're already here, I'm going to go ahead and collapse this menu so we've got a little more space to work with. So on this page, you're going to see a couple of quick widgets. So here you can see my recent cases, QA reviews, recent evidence, recent activity, tasks that are due soon, and any new inquiries that have come in. Now keep in mind that all of this is stuff that you're assigned to, or in the example of my recent cases, stuff you've recently clicked into. So this is just kind of a snapshot of what's happening inside of your monolith. A few things I want to point out to you. So over here at the top left-hand sidebar, you can see this customize button. So if you only care about some of these widgets and you don't care about others, you can actually click and deselect these. So let's say that I'm not really very involved in QA, so I don't want to see the Q&A review tab. Well, I can click this, and that'll just remove it from my board. And let's say I also don't want to look at inquiries right now. Okay. So let's assume that these are kind of the 4 quick looks that I am most interested in. So if you see these little like kind of rectangle outlines, this is basically just a container to hold this information. And as you can see, there's a scroll bar here, so you could scroll just to get through everything. Or if you want to see everything kind of in a more all-encompassing view, if you hover over at the bottom right corner, you can actually click and drag and resize this. And you can see it's dynamic, so as I resize this, it's kind of moving things down. So let's say I wanted all of my recent cases to just be all the way across the top. Well, I can do that. And just because I don't like looking at this blank space here, I can also adjust these. Let's say I wanted recent evidence to be elsewhere. You can also click and drag to kind of reposition these boxes. And again, you can probably tell that while things are jumping all over the place on my screen here, but it's gonna dynamically kind of reposition things based on where you drop stuff. So let's say I wanted tasks over here, and then I want all of these to be even. We can just drag and drop here. And now I have my dashboard set the way I want. So if I click elsewhere in Monolith, like if I go to my cases, for example, and then click back to my overview, it is persistent. It's gonna remember how you set this up. So a pretty handy way for you to customize your quick glance dashboard the way you want it. And anything that hovers blue when you hover over it, that's just indicating that you can click into it. So especially for recent cases, like if you have 3 or 4 recent cases that you're spending a lot of your time on at the moment, this just makes it like really quick to get there. So this is an example case that I use frequently, which you've probably seen in some of our other videos. So I can just click in and it'll take me right into the case. And that is how the user dashboard works inside of Monolith. Thanks for watching.